Welcome to another episode of Sisters Saga. Today, we are talking about how we can make other people come to you. So, let's go through the judgment. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, and then attack. You hold the cards. So, Angeliki, what does the history tell us?
So the first example comes from Napoleon. He was exiled on the island of Elba after his defeat. And he actually one day he managed to escape, go back to Paris and become the king again. What he didn't know, and we didn't know either, it was that someone was behind everything. His name was Talleyrand. So Talleyrand actually told Napoleon that France wants him back, first of all. Secondly, that actually the British would let him escape, and they actually did. However, what he didn't say to him was that France was actually at the worst state financially. So technically, Talleyrand played in secret. He played Napoleon, and actually, Napoleon managed to become the king again, but only for some months because obviously France was in a really bad state and they exiled him again, now far, far away in Africa.
So he cannot escape again.
Exactly. And he wouldn't be a threat anymore. So, Maria, what does this example tell us?
The first thing we learn is something that we've seen a lot of times before with great leaders, which is, they put a lot of effort to gain the power. And then when they have the power, they start seeing enemies around them. And they try to defeat and put so much effort and energy in actually defeating these enemies that may be real or not. Who knows, really?
And they lose their focus.
Yes. The thing is now they react to everything they see and they feel, and they lose focus to the final goal. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the fact that when you are chasing your enemies and you are reacting to all of these things, you have to stop and think, why on earth I'm doing all of these things? Why I'm chasing all of these different things in parallel? Which takes us very nicely to what is happening in the workplace. So imagine yourself, having so many different tasks that you have to do in parallel, or you want to chase all of these different things that take you to different paths. And what you're doing at that point in time is that you are actually losing focus. So
what you need to do, you take a step back, as we have said before in another video, relax, probably write down your priorities, actually the ones that actually are threatening you.
So if you find yourself reacting to other people's requests, so that is the wrong idea of power. Actually, the power is the opposite. When you have control of yourself and you prioritize the task you want to work on, and you make other people come and do the extra step to come to you. So if you are thinking of, I'm doing too many things, and yes, I can do this and this and this and this, and actually focusing on nothing and just reacting to what other people are asking you to do, that is the wrong idea of power. You have to step back, prioritize, see what your goal is, and then
people are going to come to you when they need you.
Yeah. Now, another thing that we have discussed in another episode as well is that in order for people to come to you, you should really not react, and especially in an angry, annoyed way. Let's give an example from the workplace where imagine that you are in a meeting and you are presenting your point of view and people kind of, react in a negative way, or they don't agree with your point of view and you get a little bit annoyed. So what can you do at this point is react and try to persuade them on the opposite and be a little bit, upset, and they feel your energy, and then it's a little bit not a friendly environment to work. And then what you can do, the other thing is, when you're gonna wait, accept what is happening, and then go and see maybe what you said was not phrased in the right way, like plan your strategy, right? Build a strategy around it. And this way you kind of keep your power and you let other people come to you. If some of them may find the idea interesting, but kind of they were overwhelmed by what other people were saying in the meeting, for example.
Perfect. Yeah, you shouldn't actually act immediately because you cannot take the words back. But if you take a step back, think a little bit, probably ask someone else as well, and then you can actually let them know what you think.
Yeah, we've done another video on this specific topic, so if you're interested, we'll link. Now, there was a very cute, funny example about how pickpockets actually operate. So, Angeliki, can you tell us a little more?
Yeah, it was very interesting. So technically, pickpockets are always trying to steal. So it was a very interesting example because pickpockets choose specific places to actually steal purses. So when you see, for example, on the tube a sign of be aware of pickpockets, this is the place that actually a pickpocket will be. And there's a reason behind that, because when you see this sign, unconsciously you fill your pockets, right?
Like you actually go and say, oh shit, do I have my pocket?
Do I actually have it? And then the pickpockets, obviously, they can see that where you look and where actually you felt your pocket, and it's actually the easiest way for them to steal it, which I found very, very interesting.
Yeah, I have never yet deep dived into the psychology of the pickpockets, but it makes sense. Clearly.
Yes.
So far we have been discussing, how you should wait and let people come to you. But what is the flip side on this, Angie?
I think sometimes when you feel that time is not on your side, I think it's better if you react very quickly and you surprise the enemy. Because, yes, okay, you go to their territory, but they don't expect it. They haven't planned anything, so they don't have actually the time to act back. Maria, any applicability?
Yeah, I'll say an example. I feel it's applicable, but let's discuss it. It's, for example, when you are in a workplace, in my company, for example, you have to create your own stuff and initiatives, as we call them, in order to count as your giving back to the company, helping the culture or whatever it can be to help you for your promotion mainly. And you brainstorm ideas with other people and you share your ideas so that you build a team and you work with other people to build this. But what happens is that if the idea is good, at that point you have to take it and take it, rush it, and build an MVP as quickly as possible, because then other people will do it for you because everyone wants to lead, for example, or everyone wants to own the idea.
Or probably another company will come up with some similar
and they can take it. Yeah, true. So you have to build the MVP as quickly as possible and get out there and then build a team around you and then ask people to come to you, right? Because now you are taking over because of the time to market. It's much less. It's much faster for you at that point.